Oh, hey, Angela. Oh, wow, that was fast. Good to see you. Oh, you finished your book today? Oh, good. Well, it's good to finish the book. How did you like it in the end? Good. All right, good. Yeah, I haven't read a book in a little. I think the last one I read was last year. I probably ought to get another one going. Fourth Wing. All right, Fourth Wing. What was that about? Look at this nerd reading books. Hey, Kuro, good to see you. Yeah, I think the last one I read was the third book of the Saga of the Forgotten Warrior by Larry Correia. I forget the title of it. Girl trying to become a dragon rider in college. Oh, neat. A dragon college sounds pretty cool. All right, let's see what we got here. Good evening, everybody. It's me, your host, Milo Molson, and today we're going to be playing a little vintage story. So, more of the same, kind of. I've got a factory mod that I've been playing around with. Well, by playing around with, I mean I've put a fair bit of time in. I've got most of it ready to go, so we're going to probably make a building for the shell of it anyway. There's more, but that's just the... Well, yeah, of course there is more for the book. All right. Yeah. If there wasn't there, it'd be a pretty short book, right? All right, let's see. I guess I'll take us in because I've loaded the game in and I'm starving to death right now. So let's get right over there. Cement. All right, so this part of the area has not changed too much from last time. It is, if you'll notice, summer now. We ended up ending the last stream in this game on January 1st, and it's July the 7th now. So I have been clocking in a little bit. We've got some pumpkins I need to go ahead and take care of pretty soon here. Wait, hold on. My audio is... I updated an audio plugin I have, and it might be screwing up right now. So let's see what we got. And I checked it before the stream, but it's still not... let's see. Game. And... do a sanity check here. All right, it's not piping through, so I'm just going to go ahead and restart the game. Sorry about this. I did check it, and it worked. All right, vintage. But while that's loading, I guess I'll go ahead and explain QP Tech a little bit. So it has a lot of effort it's required to put in beforehand. So it needs so much steel, it's crazy. I've been mining iron and turning it into steel like a madman for a while. But eventually it does get to where you can run all these ores through a macerator, and it gives you more ores or more nuggets for the ore that you put in. And it stamps out things a lot more efficiently. So if you want a big project, it's worth it to put in the effort at the beginning rather than do it the old way, because running it through a cementation furnace, which I just realized I hadn't shown in a bit. I'll show you the old cementation furnace, but that's kind of a long process. It only gives you 16 at a time, and it takes about 5 loads of charcoal. So yeah, forget about that. And now I got a machine that can just do it. All right, but yeah, like I said, I was starving to death for whatever reason. So let's see, what kind of food do I have? I've got this stack of cranberries on me that I forgot about. All right, let's see. Let's get a bowl here. All right, there's some soup, and that's gone too. So let's put this up. I'll probably get another batch of soup running. Kind of check and see what we got here. And these are some, after you run, with the expanded food mods, after you run these through the press and get the juice out, I'm making some cranberry juice right here. I'm turning it to cranberry wine. And then I'm going to distill it and turn it into cranberry brandy, because This mod also has a mining drill. Let's see, which I'm kind of curious to try out because, well, you'll just have to see. It makes a little bit shorter work of rock, so. But I'll need to make a steel drill head for that, and that's going to probably take a few ingots. But anyway, before I do that, I'd like to have some extra food ready to go. So let's see. I'm going to check my livestock here. I might need to get some more livestock going, or harvest some, I should say. Let's see, what do we got? I got so many pigs, it's like crazy, and sheep. And well, this boar just got out. Well, it's over for him because you only need. In this game you only need like one of the males per species to do it. But I'll keep a couple around just in case it's time to get some food. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna grab a cleaver real quick. And the cool thing about this right here is when you raise several I'll tooltip over them. But you see it says Gen 2, Gen 3 or whatever. So after several generations of livestock, Generation 3 specifically, you can take a cleaver and rather than pull out my sword and have to kill them that way, which will take about 3 or 4 hits pop, what you can do, and this only like I said, only works on Gen 3 and above. That guy's going to try to ram me. You can just one-shot him. And that's real nice. Because chasing him... normally when you do it, you'll hit them with a sword and then they'll run away they'll try to fight you for a little bit, and then when they're at the last of their health, they're going to be running around to these corners and be stuck in one. And I probably ought to, when it gets closer to winter, I'm going to cut these down. Promotion, yeah, sorry, no thank you. Let's see. All right, so let's see. Why do we get a knife out? I need to probably make another knife soon. Not that soon. It's got some durability. Also, I need to make a steel scythe and go gather a bunch of grass because feeding these guys over the winter is going to take a lot, especially the more and more there are. Really, I'm just trying to get to Gen 10 on this because then those rams will stop. These rams, if you get close to them, you'll notice they attack you. They try to. And it does more damage than you might think. But once you get them to Gen 10, they'll stop doing that. Alright, well, that's only 5 meat. I really wanted 6 at least, so let's get another one here. I'll probably go for a Gen 2 because I didn't completely breed these pigs. They need more food for the rest of them. What the system of how it works is these sows, they have to eat 10 portions of grain or vegetables or whatever you put in these troughs before they'll breed, and then they'll have some piglets. But a lot of my Gen 2s are probably still got some food on them, and I'd hate to waste that. So I'm gonna find one. If I find one that doesn't have any food, I'm not gonna kill any Gen 3s if I can help it, except a boar maybe. I'll kill a boar. But this is a Gen 2 sow that's not got any. Right there, she's gonna get it right here. Ah, shit! I hit. Well, whatever. It's not like I'm short on swine. All right, there we go. All right, let's harvest. Decent weight, so it's gonna probably give you about 3. No, 8. Wow. Well, the sows do get more meat than the boars for whatever reason. But yeah, that's a pretty good haul. So we got what, 13. So that'll give us 2 pots and a little bit left over for whatever. I'll grab these bones. I don't really use the bone meal too much, but they can come in handy. All right, so let's get through here. Have some nice stew. And I'll leave my cleaver here. I've got a bunch of chickens in here for eggs and such, but I don't go in there too often because it's a cluster cluck, as they say. All right. All right. Let's go ahead and harvest some of these vegetables here. I haven't been going hard on the farm and gardening this year because I've just got so much grain locked up, or not locked up, but in some grain bags in my cellar that I don't really need to worry about food. I could probably live a few years off of what I got. Now the vegetables might be a problem because Well, my vegetable satiety is decent, but I could use more. And really what I need to be relying more on is my southern base, which I'll show you. Wait, I guess this water source got messed up, so let's go ahead and fix it. Where'd my bucket go? I usually, well, where's my, I've lost my bucket, haven't I? I know where it is. Okay, that's kind of filling in. We're not worrying about it. Yeah, if you see these get clogged up with stuff, and I haven't been keeping up with it as much because I've been out mining iron, like I told you. Because the factory requires so much. Right now, it's not a factory; it's a collection of just random. Wait, hold on, my input's bugging out here. That's weird. Hold on. What the hell? I got another mouse, but I don't think it's the mouse. I think, well, I'm migrating drives right now. I got a new SSD and I've got that decrypting in the background, and it seemed like it was fine for a bit, but now it's kind of slowing down a lot. So I'll have to see about that. Hold on 1 second here. Actually, I want to try another theory. No, that's not it either. We'll just soldier on, I guess. Well, this ain't gonna work if I run into some drifters. Not really a good way to pop. Well, let's go ahead and harvest these soybeans here. Use this to make soy sauce. And it's July, so I can still plant another crop of them up here. After about August, it's not worth trying. But these grow pretty quickly, so. I mean, technically, if you were early in September and you had it in a greenhouse, you could do it, but... Oh, which reminds me, I need to check on my rice in there. All right. Come on, out. All right, hold up. Let's see what's going on here. So my frame rate is pretty good. There's some weird spikes in there, so it's not a, like I said, I think it's a CPU issue. Let me check the process manager real fast. So we're only at about 33% utilization, so it's not really using much at all. Yeah, I don't know what the deal with that is. Actually, let's see. Do I have my other mouse? Let me get my gaming mouse out. Let's oh, so it was the mouse. Interesting. Huh. Well, we'll just use this one for a while. There might be some weird RF issues going on. All right. Pick this up. Okay. So these pumpkin vines, I'm not quite sure how they are supposed to work in the game. It seems like each plant that you plant will give you several over time, but they will eventually wither. So, and I've got some pumpkins in there. Actually, that's what we'll have for our next meal. We'll make a pumpkin soup with meat, or pumpkin stew, I guess you'd call it. The soup and the stew are different in this game. And I got some carrot juice I need to take care of. Hey, Wood, good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so let's see. I don't want to get any of these healthy vines if I can help it. Pumpkin stew would be good. Yeah, absolutely. And these are all withered, so it's cool. All right, and I do have to break these up with a knife, I think. See, this mouse is a little more sensitive than my other one, so it's kind of jittery. All right, so just plain old, you get pumpkin seeds, or you can break it up into a slice. All right, well, I'm gonna make a choice here. And these are supposed to be seed pumpkins, I guess, because I have some in there that I need to work on. Or not work on, but use. Hey, Tracius. Hey, Vortis. Good to see you. Yeah, we're doing good. Just getting some of this vegetable stuff taken care of before I go work on the factory a little bit. And I'm using factory in air quotes because I need to make an actual building. And I've got, look at all this flax. It's just ridiculous amount of flax and spelt. And I'm not sure if I want to turn this spelt into beer or what. Or I might just put it up for a while. Toggle glasses, you got it. All right. Let's see, got the right ones here. All right, cool. And let's see. I have not updated to 1.19 yet because there's a lot of the mods I use have not quite gotten the support for that. But there's a lot of cool stuff coming with there. These firefly traps have not done a damn thing, and it's July, so I need to kind of be looking out for that. Let's see. All right, what are we going to do? We're going to put this right over here. All right, the rock goes in the... Oh, we got another stack. Interesting. All right, let's go ahead and barrel that up then. My onions, how are they doing? They're mature. About everything is, because I planted a lot of this stuff at the start of the season, and I just... Like I said, I haven't been too agricultural this year. This vintage store year, so... All right, we got another 64 liters, but that can't be right. Let's see. No, I guess we do. All right. Oh yeah, because I had a stack of those berries, but no, the berries haven't. Oh, they're starting to spoil. Shit. All right, I need to get these up pressed immediately. So let's go ahead and do that before I think about anything. I'll check the skylight here for 1 second. All right. Yeah, the rice is. That's done. That's done. The rice is done. So we're gonna. Let's see. Do we have any sacks here? Yeah, we can bag up some of this grain. All right, so let's see. Oh yeah, let's get this juice pressed here. So take half a stack, throw it in the thing, and I need to grab my bucket for it. Well, I'll leave it there because it's kind of annoying to have 2 buckets in your inventory. All right, so let's get right there. And this is just gonna be turned into alcohol. So I'll go ahead and put this climbing pick up. And I need to go south and use this treasure map, this tuning signal or cylinder. Let's put this up. If I've got room for it. This chest, I need to make it. There's so many little things to keep track of here. These are old. I could probably get rid of them. Probably should. But I don't know. They might be useful. No space, no space. Oh, I'll just put them in here. All right, so what do we got? I can put these gears up. Old, yeah, and that's what you play it with, the resonator there. Actually, you know what? Let's do that. Let's just throw it on there. See what it sounds like. Oh yeah, heard that one plenty of times. All right, well, our juice should be pressed by now. So let's, do we got a spare barrel? Yep, I'll throw it in there. That's another 10 liters. And this stuff right here, you can feed it to your animals, or you can break it into dehydrated berries, and you have to dry them on the shelf. That's what I got going on here. These are dried by now. Yep, so that's where the rest of that's going. All right, we'll get the other. I don't think I have any other. Well, let's check our storage here. All right, we got another stack here, and that's good for. Might as well turn it into juice. Let's see, how's our pumpkins doing? We got 4 pumpkins left. They're good for a while, but we are going to make stew. So that's going to be... We need 3 of these, because each portion will give you... Alright, let's take our knife to it. And I need to put this up too. Alright, that's 12, so... I guess we can go ahead and get the principle of our stew ready. So... Do we want 1 pot of really good stew or 2 pots of okay stew? We could just kill some more pigs. We'll do that. Yep, I think I'm gonna do that. Actually, I'll probably take care of some of those rams that are getting annoying. So yeah, we'll do that. And we'll leave 6 in here. And another 6 in there. We'll kind of have to come back. I wonder, actually, can I put... I'll put breadcrumbs or soybeans. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, there we go. That'll be nice. All right, that'll fill you up right there. Some beans. All right, let's see. And that's another 10 liters for the juice. 20 dry dehydrated cranberries. So I need to get all these. And I'm keeping my dried cranberries downstairs in these ice boxes. I'm pretty full on them. I need to make another huge batch of bread and put syrup on them again. Just a lot to deal with. All right. And I'm storing all this food and I don't even need it all because I've got food for years. But maybe next year I'll spend more time exploring. What do you do with the dried cranberry and stuff? Well, you can eat them as they are. You can make, you can actually. I've got some going right here. When I was running that cranberry through the press, I'll run this other real quick. So this will give you a cranberry juice, which you can mix with regular cranberries to make candied cranberries or other things. And you can put them in stews or soups or make a pie out of them. Actually, I haven't tried making a pie out of dried cranberries. Maybe I'll do that. Yeah, we'll try a pie here. I'll have to make some crust first. Let's see. Yeah, it's a lot of this isn't in the base game. I mean, the wine and such is, but expanded foods is definitely a mod to get. Pie would be awesome, absolutely. Yeah, I haven't made a pie in a little bit, and they last a decent bit. So, see, more dehydrated cranberries. Let's go ahead and run that other while we're picking the rest of this up. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, whoa. I almost made a boo-boo. There we go. All right. I might have lost some right there because I forgot to clean my bucket out. Yeah, that happens, I guess. Not like I'm short on it, but it's annoying when the amounts don't add up to 50. So we lost about 2.1 liters. But we still have our mash. And like I said, most of this is going to be turned into brandy to use for fuel. I've kind of wanted to make a complete 50-liter keg of aqua vitae, which is like pure alcohol, Everclear, whatever you want to call it. And that takes a lot of wine, like a lot. There's probably going to be like 600 or 700 liters and 800 liters even. I'd have to. It depends. Well, you can't say for sure because the wine is twice as much as the beer when you run it through all the way. But all right, and my cheese making. I'm pretty good on cheese. I need to probably eat some of it. I gotta run some black currant wine too, but I got a little time for that. A lot of this dried stuff, I probably ought to use the old stuff first. So, doing a cranberry pie. They take about 8 a pop, so let's make 4. All right, and I still need to dehydrate the rest of that. And this will just swap that out there, or merge the stacks. All right, what is this? This is soybean seed. I need to plant that before I forget, because there's not much time left in the year to plant. And this is my alcohol cellar here. I've got let's see what we got. We got some blackcurrant brandy, aged, some extra wine, cranberry wine, white currant wine. My syrup, I'm still migrating downstairs. Yeah, that's a lot of bottles. And this is some ale. I haven't really been in the ale business too much. Mostly been doing the wine. Some odds and ends like gelatin, which you make from boiling bones. All right, so what do we got? I need to put this red meat up before I forget about it. Well, actually, I don't, because I'm getting more from my farm here. Oh, I need to work on this honey too. And yes, the bees will attack you, but no, they don't do much damage to somebody in full chain steel armor. So, alright, so what do we got? Large harvestable. I guess they all should be, because I haven't really harvested any this year. I like to leave 2, just in case, for a backup. Alright, and they don't always attack you, but this time they did. Not worried about these guys too much. Alright, and this honeycomb, I'm putting it in here because it takes, you can wring it out into a bucket with your hands, but it's more efficient if you put it in the fruit press. However, you do need a lot. Also, do I need, let's make some more skeps. I'm just going to stand here and get stung by bees, but I don't even care. Alright, what do we got? Alright, oh wait, no, it's swap these 2. I haven't made one in a little bit. So how many of that? Probably, yeah, 4. 4 is good. Okay, so set that down. My pick block ain't working. Interesting. Whatever, we can just set her down. Alright. Yeah, bees. Alright, and those should repopulate before the winter, I hope. Alright, but as I was saying, let's grab our cleaver. There's a ram that's gonna be getting it pretty soon here. Because you only need one to service the females, but I like to have at least 2 just in case. But 4 or 5, they're just wasting food. Alright, so generation 3, it doesn't matter actually, but what did, yeah, this, wait, that was a ew, I almost killed a, let's see. 4, most of these are Gen 4, I think. I know this is a 3. Alright, bye-bye. That is a good thing about having them be Gen 3 and above, because you can just one-hit them with the cleaver. And that should give me a pretty big amount of leather. Oh, exactly what I needed. Yes. So when you capture them, they won't have a generation thing. They won't say anything, but they're Gen 0. And then once you breed them, and it only depends on the mother's generation, but you know, I guess, well, these aren't really goats, they're lambs. So lambs that are generated from that will be Gen 1, and then so on and so forth. So I got some, I think I have 1 Gen 5 in here, maybe. I killed one of my Gen 4 ewes accidentally a while ago, so that's going to set me back a little bit. But I want to get them to Gen 10 so the males will stop attacking when you get next to them, because they still got a bit of territoriality to them. So see, you get close. That's kind of also a good reason not to have too many of them. But yeah, same deal with the pigs. Well, the pigs after Gen 3, it doesn't even really matter. But yeah, it is cool, I have to say. There's a lot of interesting little subsystems in here, and I'll show you the chickens too. I don't come in here much because it's a mess, but yeah, there you go. The thing with them is there's a 90% chance a given egg will be a hen when it hatches, or a pullet is a baby one. But when they grow up, if it is a rooster, the roosters will kill each other. So there'll only be 1 left. You can only have 1 rooster in an area, or else they'll just kill each other. So I pulled out an older gen rooster, you know, to have for backup, but eventually I just let him free. I don't know. He sometimes you'll just see him hanging around here. If he survived, we'll have to see. But if you see a rooster out here, he'll about, you know, that's him. He got his freedom. All right. I need to put this clay up too. Well, actually, probably need some more, but I've got tons of clay over there. But this will be good for another 4 skeps. And okay, cool. And I need to plant these blueberry bushes too. I've got a patch of blueberries, which I ought to pick, I guess. They should be coming in. All right. Good for him, yeah. All right, Let's see. As I was saying, gotta decide what else I want in my stew besides pumpkin and beef, or not beef, but just red meat. There's two types of, well, three, I guess you'd say. There's red meat, which comes from rabbits, sheep, and pigs, and then there's bush meat, which you get from bears and wolves and foxes and raccoons, and that's not as nutritious. And in the base game, you can't cook with it. You can only, roast it as it is, but you can put it in meals with expanded foods, which is nice. Okay, so stack these up, make another pot. These are dehydrated cranberries. So before I forget, because these will go bad pretty soon, let's go ahead and stack them up on the shelves. And these take a few days to dry out. Let's see, how's that cheese going? That cheese is going to take a while to ripen, so it's kind of bugged. That's good. All right, I need to put, I don't want to carry too much around, so I'll put my cleaver up. All right, now I got to figure out that final ingredient. Now you can put salt in there, and that'll give you a +1 HP. But actually, before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and chop this red meat up. You can do that, and it does give you a little bit more nutrition. So let's go ahead. Oh, I was going to put soybeans in there. That's right. So let's see. Use our knife. Well, actually, you have to pound it first. If you age it, you don't have to pound it. If you do, you do. So let's use this clay stone. I've got plenty of it. All right, there we go. Beat it with a rock, and in you go. We'll just get our little chunks of stew here, or red meat nuggets. All right, then pop, 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 and some soybeans. I'll put the rest of them up. All right, so that's going to be 6 apiece. So 12. And peat works pretty great for cooking food. All right. And I downloaded a mod that increases the crock storage to 6 rather than 4. So each cooking pot takes 1 crock to store, which is handy. All right. I'm going to go put this worm up too. I've been carrying it around. Actually, I'll put it in my garden. You know what? Fuck it. There you go. All right, put this compost up, and I'll use this to make high fertility, or not high fertility soil, but terra preta. Once I get enough, once I get like 32 per, I'll just start expanding these rows out. Probably ought to make another flax harvest, but I just don't really use it that much. But still, let's go ahead and take care of that. I wonder if the axe would make it go faster. It does. All right, and this gives you flax twine, or flax fibers, which you make into twine, which you make fabrics out of and build other various things. Requires a lot of it in the game, though I have a lot of it now. So, do I want to plant my seeds back? How's this soil looking? Is it pretty good? All right, it's pretty replenished. It's got enough potassium in it, so we'll go ahead and do that. Might as well harvest this horsetail. I don't use it too much because I'm on the honey sulfur poultice game right now, but could be useful. I guess I'll get some of this grass too. Maybe drop some by the sheep. Oh, and I need to fix the water. It's all about keeping a lot of irons in the fire, you know? All right. Through we go. pop this in here. I missed one. All right, there you go. That'll be that's probably going to be good for the year. Let's see, where's our rest of our seeds? As you see, I've got so many flax seeds. All right. Horsetail is a staple, if you will. Good to see, Wiz. Yeah. Yeah, you can make the basic poultices with it for sure. Like I said, I've got a pretty good source of honey now, so I can do that. Oh, I forgot my damn bucket again. All right. And did I ever put those berries? I did. So this we're gonna make some pies here in a little second. 99% horsetail bills. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Oh, look at all this spelt and flax. Good gracious. This is a pretty big farm here, or garden. I don't know. It's kind of bigger than a garden at this point. It's oh, and I got all this rice I got to deal with. Let's see, how are our pineapples doing? Oh, I'm out of water. Shit. Glad I checked. Oh, wait. All right, because I'm going to be down to the wire on these pineapples. You can barely grow them here. If you start as early as possible and you have all the fertilizer and water you can thrown at them, they will finish by October. That's going to be good for there. And like I said, I'm not really... Well, this cassava could probably use... the cassava will be fine. It works pretty well. How's my peanuts doing? Peanuts are done. All right, cool. So let's go ahead and harvest these. You get one crop of peanuts a year up here. I could plant more down south. I have a good, a decent transportation network. Peanut butter time. You can make peanut butter. That is true. I probably ought to. I think it's bugged right now to where it's exceptionally caloric. So sounds like a good strategy. Make some peanut brittle or something. All right, let's. I don't know why I'm watering this stuff. That'll come back. That's plenty of potassium in there. Our moisture is creeping up, and this is on the water. Peanut butter sandwiches, yeah. Actually, I don't know if this mod supports sandwiches, which I wish it did, because you can make bread and all that, but I don't think you can make a sandwich, which is a glaring oversight, I feel like, because that's the perfect camping and hiking food. Well, not perfect, but for a day hike, we would always use peanut butter sandwiches. Sadness, yes. But they've forgotten the art of the sandwich, I feel like. Yeah. Usually, like, everybody get a peanut butter sandwich and a Slim Jim and something to drink. Hey, Ledden, good to see you. Yeah, nice farm. It's a big one. I've got more produce than I can really do. I need to put this flax grain up. Actually, I might press some more of it and make flax oil. So I can fry stuff too. You can deep fry in this game also, which is very cool. All right. And I need to put those stews up because they're done cooking by now. I'll leave this for now. I did want to put this bucket back. Not there. There we go. All right. Hopefully, I'll catch some fireflies at some point. If I see some more, actually, I'll just have this in my inventory so I can set it down if I see some. Do I have a Discord? Yeah, you can exclamation Discord that. It's just me and the StreamCord bot, but if you want to hang out there, I guess. All right, let's see. I do have a full inventory here, so let's go ahead and make some of these flax fibers. Yep, no problem. I'm going to have so much flax. The mole cord, yeah. All right. Peanut seeds. Good. I don't want to plant these because it's too late in the year up here. I'll probably go visit down south in a bit. Like I said, I've been, it's about 6 months later in the game than when I last streamed it, so I've done a lot of exploring. I guess I'll see. Let's take a look at our map. So I did find somewhere that's kind of close that gets us on a teleportation network over here. I did it on my other Windows account, so the map cache doesn't carry over for whatever reason, but the waypoints do because they're on the server. So I'll have to show you that. All right, I do want to put this up, so let's get a meal real quick. All right, Crocs. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, wait, I have to set her down. Yeah, before I do that, let's see. Oh wait, my inventory is so full I can only grab one. Wait, there it is. There you go. Set down. Let's go ahead and bag up this flex. So set her down right here. That takes 2 stacks per sec. But it's a little more compact way of storing it. So I like that. Did I leave some? No, there's no way I have 3 stacks even. Let me go back down there. I might leave some on the ground. Okay. Let's see. No, I guess that'd be a weird coincidence, but I guess strange things have happened. All right, let's just get out of here. Oh, there's my worm that I put down here. The worm is going great. I have some more buddies for him in here, but I don't. I got one time I put a little too many in here, and they ate one of my Terra Preta blocks, which is kind of hard to come by. So I've been kind of conservative about the worms a little bit. Oh, I guess I'll show you my orchard too. I wonder how that's going. And orchard in quotes. There's only a few trees, but oh, and I got some fish here that I could. Well, one of them's rotten on there. I'll just leave that. I'll smoke some later. Let's see where we got. Okay, so some of these are coming in, and I need to fill in more of this dirt, I think. Yeah, okay, not too bad. Oh, we got some fruiting pink apples here, so we'll get a load of apples, make an apple pie. Which, damn, I forgot about that cranberry pie that I need to make. Our cherries, most of them survived. Actually, all my cherry seedlings survived, which is kind of cool because each individual cutting only has a 40% chance of taking root and surviving. But got lucky. See, look at this. The pear tree dead. Not a single one of my pear trees survived, it looked like. Wait, hold on. Yeah, they're all dead. Not a single damn pear tree. Well, that's kind of weird that all the cherries lit and none of the pears. What are the odds of that happening? About 0. Well, not 0, but it's kind of freaky. All right, anyway, we'll just cut these. At least I give you some firewood. Let's see. Oh, I guess I'll go ahead and stack up some soybeans here. Can I? I guess the soybeans don't go in there. All right. Just leave the firewood. I don't care. I've got firewood for days. Actually, you know what? I can turn it into charcoal. I'll come back for it. I'll just put a torch in here in the offhand for a second. Grab that, and it's a perfect time to go to the factory area. Which I have a path going from around here, I think. Stay out of that water. All right, about 3 days. I need to keep an eye on those. They're only good for a while on the tree, and then they just rot off. All right, let's see. So this is where I test my tent thing. Let's see. All right, as you can see, this took a long fucking time of grinding off stream, and it's still not really that close to done. This water tower, you need this to, well, you can use a barrel, but this is the better way, and this will feed into a boiler here. Yeah, it's cool, and I got some improved electric batteries because I can make rubber now. And this is my backup generator. And last time I was on, I got some solar panels going, so that's cool. And they store temporal flux, which is just energy. And this is stacked in such a way to conserve these heater blocks, which are kind of expensive to make. I have a little bit of solar, yeah. Yeah, and this is actually kind of hard to make because for these, you need to have this crude circuit board, which requires these vacuum tubes. And these casings, you have to have a whole glass making thing and the solder and all that. So it took a while. And the metal channels and the industrial glass. Industrial age is here, indeed. Yeah, well, it is. This is a mod right here. This is a mod. But this is not in the base game. It doesn't even... a lot of people have their complaint about QP Tech as being a little... it kind of doesn't really fit the aesthetic as much. And I can see that. It's not very steampunky, but... Well, actually, I haven't got there yet, but... Let's see, display... Let's see. Is there a... Or industrial monitor? Screen. Actually, I'll just pull up all the blocks. Yeah, see. It's like, is that very vintage? I don't know. But I've kind of gotten to the top of the tech tree in the base game. This I was going to mention, I mentioned it earlier, but this is how you make steel. This is called a cementation furnace. And where did I put that coffin? Well, I'm going to put this wood up real fast. And I put my wood in here. This is a log splitter. And the reason why I have a lot of this stuff in QP Tech now is because it's more efficient. So this will give you like 50% bonus on your log splitting compared to using an axe. And the macerator, which is... where did I put that? Oh, down here. That'll give you ore bonuses and stuff. A log... Oh, yeah. Yeah, you gotta get it. And you can use this to make charcoal with. Well, you do have an axe sticking out of your head, so... Alright, but, oh yeah, that coffin I was going to mention. So... And this is just a granite coffin, and it'll... so you put this in here, and this, you put coal on the floor below here, I'll show you in a sec. But you sit there, and you fill this up with alternating levels of charcoal and iron, and you fire it up with either black coal or... I guess you could use coke if you wanted to, but black coal or charcoal usually in here. And this carburizes steel, which is kind of what happens in real life. You cook it off in a high carbon environment, and the carbon will migrate into the steel. The carbon monoxide will. Yeah. And it takes about 2.5 stacks of charcoal to run 16 ingots of steel. And after it's done cooking off, a lot of your refractory bricks will be broken. I have tier 2, so they have a 95% chance of surviving. Tier 3 is 99%, but for that you need ilmenite, which I finally got some of a couple times ago when I was playing. But I've kind of moved away from this. And no, this right here is part of the base game. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, this is base game. And this is a coke oven where you can put your brown coal, or I wouldn't put charcoal in it, it'd be a waste of time. Well, yeah, charcoal you could do it because you get a little bit, and you get coke, which burns for less time, but it burns hotter. So if you got a bunch of brown coal, which cooks off at 1100 Celsius, you can make it burn hotter, but it's going to be a trade-off. Because brown coal is a lot more abundant than black coal, and charcoal you have to make. I'm going to go ahead and put the... Well, I won't put the lid on the coffin here because I don't have any ingots in there. But there's a lid, and you put stuff in there. Yep. Yeah, this game, the base game has a ton of stuff. The mods have buku stuff. It's crazy. Let's see. I don't need to cook that charcoal quite yet, so I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of this in my offhand. I'll put this flax in my grain storage area. And in my grain storage area, I might be retrofitting that, because right now I have cairns set up in there, which is the base game setup, with a small twist, a different mod called electricity, which you can motorize them. And I do have the base game cairns motorized, but that macerator, it's not really more efficient. So I guess I won't bother with that. Right now I have 2 different electric grids, and they're not compatible with each other. I could cobble them together, but right now I'll just kind of keep them separate. Let's see. We got rice, flax. Yeah, we got. Look at all this grain. I could eat for days, for years. Itch.io. I got it on vintagestory.at, but itch.io is legitimate also. Yeah, that's they officially sell it on both places. But yeah, each one of these sacks holds 2 stacks of grain. And you grind them off in here to make flour, and you can turn that flour into pies, beer, whatever. And speaking of, I did say I was going to make a pie. So it takes 4 per to make the crust. So that'll be 2 pies for 8. And I want to go ahead and enrich them with flax oil. Yeah, so let's go ahead and throw 8 in here. And to enrich these, I'll put them on my mixer. And that'll be just here. And this is some maple syrup, which I can toss bread in after I'm done. And you can use maple syrup for a lot of stuff in here. And to get that, you have to tap trees, and I'll show you that too. But let's see. So that uses about 100 mils per time. So let's go ahead and run that. And this is the old electricity stuff. This isn't base game, but well, this isn't either. This is culinary artillery. And there's some motors under here that I ran from electricity. Let's see, my yeast is spoiling. I need to get some more yeast going. Uh-oh. Yeah, good thing I noticed that. See, what is that? Yeast is... I'll have to check. Expanded. Ooh. Actually, we'll just... Oh, I don't know what I have it set on that. I need to go yeet. Let's see, what do we got? Everything. Yogurt. You can make yogurt in this mod. Dough, wild yeast starter. I guess that might be under liquids. Yeast. Bread starter. Okay. So we need bag of flour per. Or 1 liter of yeast per liter of 2 liters of water, and flour. I probably ought to run some flour. So, damn, my inventory is so full. Well, I can put this horsetail up. This is my kind of first aid supply box. So these are the good poultices here, and this is used for the old timey ones. But all right, this should be done by now. Wait, water. I forgot the water. Of course, you got to have water. Where's my damn bucket? Here we go. And this water here. I can fit about 3 liters in there at a time, which will be more than enough. All right, so now that's mixing up. All right, I'll go ahead and dump the rest of it. Oh, I shouldn't have done that because I need to make some yeast starter. Because it's kind of a pain to get going. It's easier to make it when you already got it. Let's sit that bucket down. Hope I don't forget it. All right, 3. Let's go ahead and put our other 2 flour in there, which are... Where did I do that? Oh, yeah, Vintage Boris Day. Hey, good to see you, Jay. Yeah, we're doing a little vent in here. Let's see, I shouldn't put my treasure maps in here because I haven't used these yet, but this is like super lazy, but I'm just going to do it for right now. Oh, I'll put actually, you know what? I'm going to get those out after I put my soybeans up. The thing about soybeans is they last a long time. That's the best part. Shiitakes. Oh, and I forgot to seal my damn Crocs up. All right. Good thing I remember. All right. So let's just put that in there. Let's seal these up before I forget. So this is some resin glue. And in the base game, you'd use animal fat, but I have a mod where you can make some pine resin with the charcoal to do this. Soy supremacy, yeah. They're actually, and soybeans are in the base game actually, but you can only do you can cook them in meals and you can pickle them. You can have pickled soybeans, but here you can make soybean oil and expanded foods. You can make soy sauce and put that in various stuff. You can make soy milk actually, if you don't want to deal with raising livestock and get your dairy. So, but I just do it the regular dairy. All right, so we got our 8 bread here. And this oven is not base game. This is a clay oven setup. The regular oven in the base game is a little more inefficient, but I like the way this looks, and you can have a big baking project going on Woke-ass game with soy milk option. Yeah. Yeah. Right. No, I don't know. Whatever. Let's see. Soy milk. It's not as good as regular milk, but oh, and you can make sushi in this game too, which I don't know about, of course, but it is cool. For a horse milk, yeah. Unfortunately, you can't milk the horses. I don't think there are horses in this game. I think they're going to add them though. They added goats in 1.19, but I don't have 1.19 installed yet. So this is one dairy saturation. Yeah, okay. Goat milk supremacy. Yeah, let's have a nice little goat milking setup. All right. Yeah, there you go, Jay. All right, let's get this fired up though. Actually, I'll wait to fire this up because I didn't mean to make bread out of this. I meant to make pies. So that was almost oopsie. So let's see. I got how many? I got 2 baking tables here, so we can set a pie crust down, and I think I was just going to do dried cranberries. Yep. Actually, I needed to make some more pie crust because I was going to do 4 pies, but don't eat, put in pie. There we go. So 8 per, and then top her off right here with more pie crust. And then it's totally optional, but I do kind of like to put a little pattern on there. All right, so set that down, and more flour. Now I could make it out of flax, but let's run some more grain. I have some. Was that spelt or rye? I think it was spelt. I might as well keep everything the same. That was probably spelt, given how wide it is. So the rye is kind of a grayer. All right, so let's see. Do I got a spelt grain fresh? I don't really. Well, let's check over here because I kind of put this in willy nilly. All right, let's do another 8. That's 10. I don't know why I did that. There we go. And you can grow sunflowers and make sunflower stuff. It's just the road is limitless. Well, and there are limits, but do I have any other grain I need to put up? Let's go ahead and consolidate some of our grass in the hay bales, though. I'll go feed some of the sheep. If only I had 2 more grass, right? I'm not gonna have an even number, but it'll be fine. Let these. I'm only running 1 cairn because it's only 8. See, that'll be done soon. And I'm just gonna. But no, actually, it'd be a waste to put it in there. I'm gonna go ahead and stuff it in here. Oh, well, look at all this spelt. Yeah, I'll probably just turn this into beer or whiskey or something. All right. Oh, wait. Shit. I should have done more because I need to make more yeast starter. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's, shit. Let's see. Why not just do a whole stack, right? It'll sit in there. It's not gonna go bad anytime soon. Turn to some good old moonshine. Yep, you absolutely can. I got my still right here. I was working on some cranberry wine, but I left it out here too long and it turned into vinegar. But I do have some red currant wine. I got some red currant brandy in there, which I'll probably run through again and make some aquavitae. All right, but let's go ahead and half a stack per. I feel like to be more energy efficient. I could set this up with a whole hopper system. Yeah, at least I have some salad dressing now, and you can pickle eggs and vegetables and stuff in vinegar. Well, not vegetables, unless the mods for this game, curing vegetables just requires brine, which is salt water, and that's a lactic acid fermentation. And this is my old armor. As you can see, it's beat to hell. I got some shiny new steel stuff now, and I got another mod where. This welcome mat, traders will come by every now and then, and I have some food I keep in here. They'll grab a piece of that and they'll leave you some gears. Hey, anyway, good to see you. You want to sip? You got it. But they'll stop by and you can trade with them. And they'll leave you a little gears for the lodging. So, and I gotta say, the guest house is nicer than my own house because I tried to make that one look kind of. I mean, I could do more carpeting and wallpaper and shit, but this is where I live. Just like looks like a shack. trap them in the dungeon. Yeah. Well, they would disappear eventually. You don't want to kill a traitor in this game because they'll remember it and they don't like it. They come back to life. How much is the rent? 1 piece of food. Oh, how much they give me? It's randomized. Usually about 3 or 4 rusty gears per. We'll see the next one here. They'll be within less than a day, it says. So within less than a day. I don't know if that was correctly stated. Which reminds me, let's go ahead and get this rest of this pie crust made up. Spelt dough, cool, and yeast starter. So I don't need that much because I don't use that much. The good thing about yeast starter is I need something to pull that out. All right, we're gonna do a maple syrup chug right here. So let's grab a. All right, because I've got plenty. All right, here we go. Maple syrup chug. All right, delish. You ever just have 800 milliliters of maple syrup? All right, let's see, what do we got? Do we have our, so I'm curious if this, rot will spread. Because this is 10% spoiled already. Let's see, that'll take... Just chug it. Every morning for breakfast. Well, Len, you're a proud Canadian, so... as expected. All right, let's see. All right. So I need this bucket back. I kind of forget my buckets a lot of time, but I need 1 liter per slot. Now you can have more than that, but actually, why not? Why not? Let's see. Let's get the rest of this. And that will make a yeast starter. Nice. Can I put another one in there? Or do I... Oh, I'll run it one at a time because it's kind of finicky. I wonder why that didn't run properly. Anyway, I can just go ahead and... Oh, because I'm... No, I got enough oil. Let's put the rest of our spelt flour in there, though. All right, that's 3 liters of that. So let's go ahead and grab some bottles, and hopefully it's not rotten. Oh, no spoilage. Cool. All right. And that's 3 liters of that, and I guess I could go ahead and use this to make... Well, I don't want to use it to make bread and then have the bread be spoiled, but I don't know how that works. So we'll try that. We'll experiment here. All right, or I could just make more starter. You can't just put the bottle in there, of course. All right, let's try that for a minute. Wait, that was my good stuff right there, I feel like. No, it wasn't. We should just grab a whole liter at a time. Let's set this up here. And how's my vinegar doing? Fresh for 44 years. All right, a couple more bottles here. If you got a vortice, let's see. Right there. Okie doke. Oh, one more. 10% spoiled. Alright, so that works out. Oh, 2 more bottles. I probably ought to make another... Well, I'm pretty good on bottles. I got 60-something, so... Not hurting on bottles too much, honestly. Alright, and this other spoiled yeast, I might make bread out of it. I'll probably just leave it to spoil. Let's grab this, make a couple pies, and then we can bake those others. Did I... I forgot to... Man. Alright, let's seal these up before I forget. They last so much longer if you do. And another crock here. These are handy to take on the road. So this will be good for about 2 months in my inventory, or this is a cellar. Now, if I wanted the best preservation, I'd put it on a shelf in here, and I guess I should. But these are kind of my temporary meals, so I'll just leave it. Yeah, 1.8 years. That's a little longer, don't you think? So you ever just make dinner and leave it on the floor for about 2 years and just grab a bowl of it here and there? I do. All right, let's make the rest of our pies. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And make them all pretty. Hold on, I need my knife for that. All right, cool. Set that down right here. And right here. And the outer ones, further away from this heating block, they take a little bit longer to cook. Is there anything I want to make right now before I fire the oven up? Because it'll cost the same fuel. Let's go ahead and put our grain sacks up. I'll leave that rice on the field for now. Cheese, doing good, I guess. Do I have any? Still need to plant these berries. Let's put our rest of our dried cranberries up in here. When I make a run of bread, I'll do that. Let's see. Combined stacks, why not? Your hardwood floor has beans it's been your sole source of protein for the last 6 years, as it should be. A well-laden pan. Yeah, I've got a lot of food in here. This cured meat, look how long that's going to last. Of course, it wouldn't last that long if you were trying to survive off it, because this is actually not that much meat. But still. Your hardwood is a... Hey. What is that book? Grapes of Wrath or something, where they eat beans off the floor? They just open a can of beans and onto the floor? I think. Something like that. I think it is a John Steinbeck thing. Oh, these carrots are good for not long. I should probably do something about the carrots. Oh, and I need to make some blackcurrant. Oh, god damn. Let's go ahead and... How many barrels I got spare? Let's I'll just leave that meat in there. Actually, know what? I'll take it out because it'll last longer in this salt box. And I've got room for it now, so... I saw a YouTube video about a guy who ate only nothing but beans from his shed floor for at least 2 years. Oh, God. Well, that's some dedication. Let's set this right here and grab a couple. It takes 2.5 stacks if you do it properly. So, where's my berries? And I could make candy out of these too, and this pemmican's going to be good for a while. So 2.5 stacks. I think I got half a stack up there. But do I want to make the trip? And well, fuck it, why not? And I should have one more crop of blackcurrants coming this year. See, was it in here? I did. Okay, so good assumption. Though it makes more sense to use the older ones first, but whatever. I wasn't thinking. All right, let's see. Seal this up. Or run it. Let's see what we got. This spelt ale we could run. This wine. I'm going to end up distilling most of this. Actually, I probably ought to get started. Because this isn't going to last through the summer. I want to eat a nice chunk of pemmican IRL. Yeah. Gotta make some pemmican. Just sit there, look at the trees, contemplate things, eat some pemmican. Not at a beaver that walks or paddles by. That's the real frontiersman life right there. Alright, we'll just hold on to this mash for a second. Alright, into the bucket you go. Have I had pimiento? I've had have I had pemmican or pimento, like pimento cheese? Bought a bag of flour. Oh, hardtack. Yeah, that's another thing that would be cool to have. Actually, you can make hardtack in this game. It's kind of fun how they name it. You have hardtack, which you cook once, and you have harder tack, which you cook twice, and then you have hardest tack, which you cook 3 times. Thrice baked crackers, a sharp hazard to yourself and others. And guess what I put in my free food box for the trader? It's hardtack and cured chicken. I wonder if he's here yet. Not quite. Yeah, hardest attack because it lasts so long. Randomly in the mood for pears. Oh, okay, Borders. Well, funny enough, my pear trees actually all died. There is one across the way there, but I did manage to harvest some in the wild earlier. And I've got some pears here, good for a little bit. I should be a Bartlett pear, I guess. I know the pear controversy in the Mazo Court is one thing, but I like all pears really. And soft tack, which is never cooked. I guess I don't know. I've never thought about soft tack. Just have some raw paste. Let's put this rest of, and I probably ought to distill some of that wine, like I said. This vinegar, I'm gonna move it into a cellar so it lasts longer. Not that vinegar goes bad especially fast, but you know, might as well be good about it. And this is kind of a mess, but whatever. Do I have any 50 liters of strong blackcurrant or cranberry wine? Nice. We have an unsalted crackers and unseasoned boiled chicken for tonight. Bon appetit. Yeah. Well, the thing is, that hardest tack is very dry, and so is that cured chicken, which is just stored in salt in a barrel for a while. And so they're going to be very thirsty. I do leave a bucket of water in there, though. Not that it matters, because they don't care, but... all right, so 8.5 liters of water. Do I have my bucket? Let's put these up before I forget. Traders, for whatever reason, love to buy these ancient crates. They'll be begging me for some milk. Yep. I need some milk. He needs some milk. I could... Well, actually, I can't milk anything right now because all my ewes have not been bred in a while. And it takes a while for them to have a pregnancy. Yeah, none are available to be milked. Actually, I probably should feed them now so I can get some more lambs coming in a while. So, of course, it takes 10 per. And the more of them you have, the more food you got to have. So I don't know if any of these will end up getting pregnant, but I'll have to have more food. He needs some milk. Yeah, classic video. Milk goat for the boys. Yeah, maybe I should milk some of these rams, right? Yeah. But like I think their pregnancy is about 25 in-game days, so you know what? Let's go industrial here. Let's feed them up. I keep a lot of grass in here too. Let's see. And I need to get some more before it gets cold outside, because once it snows, it's a pain in the ass to get. But let's have a feeding frenzy here. All right. Probably ought to. Well, and see the rams will just keep eating the food and it won't really contribute to that. But whatever. Virtual JPEG finally. Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, they've got the goat in 1.19, so I'll finally be able to have that experience. I did say I was going to name the first one Victor, but then it'll be Jay, the female goat getting pregged. All right. I see these rams. If I can ever get a Gen 10, they'll stop headbutting me like that. I guess I should... Well, I'm going to feed the pigs, because I got so many damn pigs. It's crazy how many pigs I got. Oh, well, that always happens when it's full. Do I... Yeah, I might as well. Gimme. There's just... It's kind of hard to reach. How do I reach these? All right, that's 7, 8. And another 8. All right, eat up. Eat up. The two, each of them take 10 portions required to mate. And then they produce milk for about 3, well, there's not really an in-game week, but 21 in-game days after they give birth. How do I reach these keys? Baby, yes, they are. So I guess it does work. I mean, these are sheep, but you could imagine they're goats. All right, that's all the grass I got. Sorry guys, I'm out of grass. I gotta get out of here. All right, come on now. Can't get out the door. I probably ought to put more gates in here, but for now that's fine. All right, y'all don't get any food. All right, and oh, these are my smokehouses. So I don't use these too much because I'm kind of into the salt curing game now. But if I do have some excess fish or whatever, I'll run it through the smokers. This is some bony soil I haven't panned. I'll get to that eventually. I was thinking about using a washing station in QP Tech, kind of automate the process. This one does, but it only does 1/8 of the output. So I only use this for sand and such. See, what do I got in here? So there's some cool stuff. It gives you a little bit of copper, some random piece of jewelry sneaks in there, some zinc. I'll go ahead and put the zinc and the copper up in my ore box. Well, it's not an ore box, it's a smeltables box. All right, here we go. There and right there. Sweet. All right. Oh, whoa. Well, fuck. Second time today. My juicing hasn't gone so good, but that's all right. I got it for days. I've got more food than I know what to do with. So, but the reason why I'm gonna try to turn all this into wine and produce so much alcohol is so I can make a mining drill and really clear out some rock, because that runs on alcohol, much like myself. I need an ore box for your boat collection. Yeah, there you go. The joy of sailing here. Make you a sailboat. I have enough flax and fabric for it now, so maybe I'll build one. Why not? Why not? Yeah, we're about half a liter short, it looks like, but oh well. That's the price of fucking up. So that instead of putting 16 on, you'd put like 17. I'll worry about it later. Like I said, this, if you leave it sitting out, it'll turn into wine anyway. So, yeah, not a big deal. Once it's distilled, it won't matter. And I guess technically I do have 3 liters of that brandy, so I could, I'm going to go ahead and think about building one here. See. Let's go ahead and convert this into more berries, so I don't forget about it. And like I said, we're going to be half a liter short. Okay, so what do we need for that? For the mining drill head, we're going to need a steel. We're going to need lots of steel. So that's going to be about 2 ingots on that. At least, probably 3. Maybe 4. I don't know. Let's see. For this, we're going to need that. We got plenty of screws. Fluid pipe we can make out of sheets. Plate, more sheets. Oh, wait, you need a drilled steel plate, huh? I've not actually made one of these yet. I've made plenty of iron and brass plates, but so that's going to be another metal plate that's just drilled out, not a problem. And this, wire, stator, some more copper. I never did get my wire press dealt with, and I should. I keep putting it off, but I'm going to go ahead and make cable the old-fashioned way. So in order to do that, I need to go ahead and make some more. Let's get these fire clay bricks out. I need to go run some crucibles. That's right. All right, so this will go in here, and the rest there. All right, so crucibles, that's gonna be blue clay. That'll be fine. So grab about that much. All right, crucibles. Let's make a hefty order here of 4. All right. And you can make an auto clay former in QP Tech, but I just haven't got around to it. It's another thing. It's like, well, you probably ought to do that. Actually, do I have a mold for this? I never made a mold for it, did I? I made one for... Where did I put... Oh, yeah. I made one for Crocs and shingles, but... the blue clay shingles is what this is. That would have been a pain without a mold. All right, so let's go ahead and clean this out here. Right here. Right there. All right. Round the outside, round the outside. Cool. And then we can duplicate this layer. And there is an auto clayform mod that I have where you can just hold the button, but it's slower. So most of the time, unless it's a huge order and I don't want to get carpal tunnel, I just use the old fashioned way. Until I get that QP Tech clayformer, and then it's going to be over. Oh, shit. That takes about a 9 right there. And it'd be cool if you just did a 3x3 and punched out the middle, but you can't put it where it's not supposed to be, so you couldn't. The centering it would be a problem. You'd have to clean out the edges anyway, so it really doesn't save any time. All right, now should I make more than 4? Probably, but we're just gonna do 4 for now. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. Also, you can make a QP Tech kiln, but that's more bronze than I want to deal with right now. So, and that's 5 of this right here, brown clay or charcoal. We'll run a batch through this furnace here, or not furnace, but kiln. All right, light that up. And I need to put this animal fat up too. It's just taking up space in my inventory. And the saw. Why am I carrying a saw around? I don't know. Well, I'll need that for that metal channel, so you know what? Saw can stay. Oh, fat. That's right. And if I see a firefly, I see one, but never know when you need to saw some crap. That's true. That is true. Let's see what we got here. Animal fat. Yep. All right, and let's get the last of this berry run through. Before I forget. Like the bones of your enemies, yeah. Or just, take a hammer to them or grind them. You can grind up bones in this cairn here, which, let's go ahead and grind some bone. Why not? Because I don't need it in my inventory. There you go. All right, and I did grab this. Let's go ahead and put the rest of our flour in here. I made that starter. Oh, I need to cook these before they go bad. Holy shit. I already fueled it up, so let's go. Yeah, I can just run the oven again if I need to cook something. All right. And let's get the rest of this batch. Right there. Put some of these black currants out. Like I said, I'll never use all this fruit. But you can turn it into fruit bread and keep it good for about 2 years. Delicious aged pie. Yeah. You can put aged red meat in the pie. And to make aged red meat, you just hang it on these little drying racks on the ceiling. It looks cool. Especially if you make sausage and hang it on there. You can just have some sausage drying. Cool. Oh, hey, Sam. Good to see you. Yeah, we're messing around with the... Well, I'm dealing with some food right now, but I'm working on making a mining drill in the QP Tech mod, which will really get us going through stuff. See, if I say the part baked, well, it starts from the middle and goes outwards. Let's see, how's our bone meal going? Let's take that out. Set that down. Now, I need to make a stop at my garden. But oh, shit. I need to be planting... Actually, what I need to do is I need to plant these soybeans before I forget. All right, because I'll probably get one more crop in for winter. And if I really cared, I'd put them in the... There's a rift right there. I put them in the greenhouse, but this will be fine. Last time you saw my house, it was a hole in the mountainside. Well, yeah, that was several in-game years ago. And I've been grinding a shitload offline too, because I figured it would be too interesting to watch somebody dig in the side of a hole for 6 hours straight. But yeah, I guess I'll take you a quick little tour here. Now I got that planned. Let me drop this off here. Yeah, it's a this. So I have 16 rows of double 16. So each one of these takes half a stack of seeds, and there's 16 of them. I think there might, well, maybe, I think there's 16. I can't remember. I think they were supposed to be. But let's put this spelt up first. Anything else? I need to plant these blueberries. I keep forgetting. Peanut seeds we're not going to deal with till next year. I need to put this flax twine up. I was going to build a boat. There's so many things. Yeah, I guess I'll show you. So you've seen the greenhouse course. So I've expanded my cellar a bit more. And I have this is the new forge. Well, I guess it's the newer but older forge area. Because I'm kind of moving to QP Tech systems for most of it. This is I've kind of redesigned the house here, or my room or whatever. I'm still looking for the left side of this tapestry here. If I find a trader that's got it, I'll buy that too. Kitchen, livestock area. I'm pretty sure you saw that. This is where I keep my. I got a lot of pigs, by the way, and a lot of these sheep too. My apiary is kind of small, but I don't use much honey. Or wax, for that matter. Chickens. A lot of chickens in there. Oh, also need to check this juice. Let's see. 49.5. Nice. Let's set that. Well, it's not nice because I'm a half a liter short. Well, is it exact? Is it? No, see. Okay. More of a syrup head, honey head, not needed. Oh, by the way, I guess I was going to show my my syrup farm. Did this guy ever get here? Yes. All right, Mustafa, what do you got? So he's a clothing guy, so not very useful. Although I don't have anything I could sell. I could sell him some copper, but I don't want to. I want to keep my copper. So whatever. When he leaves, he'll drop some gears in here. He's already eaten his portion of hardest tech. And I probably need to make some more before I forget. But I'd prefer that chicken to be in there only as an emergency. But yeah, this is kind of my syrup works here. This is I use the primitive survival spiles to gather sap, and these are pretty much ready to pull out. But it's a ton of effort, and I have so much sap already. And this is birch sap here, which so that stopped pulling in June, I think. So I probably need to evaporate these, and these won't be active until January. They're active January through March, so these are just chilling here for a while. But this is where I get all my maple syrup and stuff from. I figured it was kind of a pain to plant them all and put all these copper spiles in, but it beats the heck out of having to run around all over the place just grabbing syrup or sap. But this is the QP Tech mod I was talking about. I've been mining iron like crazy for a while for this. A lot of this stuff requires steel and stuff, and bronze and things like that. But I had to do about 4 loads of steel on the cementation furnace, and let me tell you, that was a pain in the butt. I hate making steel in vintage vanilla. I guess you could have a couple of these, but it takes so long. But this is this is how I make rubber and industrial glass and metal sheets and all that crap. Let's see, actually, what do I got here? So I was gonna make this mining drill. So how much steel do I have? Probably not much. Yeah, well, yeah, with a C, but yeah, funny. All right. The Gooning Chamber. So this is my favorite machine right here. This advanced bloomer machine, and that took so much to make. God dang! But now that I got it, it'll take iron nuggets, or iron bearing nuggets, and you run it through, and then you get iron bloom. Well, it does. It actually goes straight from there, from the stuff, it's straight past the bloom stage, straight into iron, and then you can run it through again to get blister steel. And then you have to run it through again if you want just pure steel, or you could take it up to the Hellhammer and clean it up that way. But might as well, because I spent hours and hours working on this power distribution. It doesn't look like much, but it took a lot of raw ingredients to make this. And I finally got to where I can make a couple. So these cannot run it long at all. But given that most of the time I'm not actually using the factory or whatever, these during the day can, and actually they track the sunlight. It's kind of cool. I should clear this mountain up a little bit so they get more sunlight, but they'll track it left and right here, or from this side to that, which is kind of neat. But these charge up these improved batteries, which keeps the network 90,000. It can't run this for long. Don't get me wrong. If I wanted to actually run this, I probably need to turn my boiler on. But a lot of this other stuff is not too energy intensive. But this, if I want to make charcoal, if I want to make iron and steel, yeah, I have to. And speaking of, I probably ought to get some steel going. So, and well, do I want to make iron? Let's make iron first. Okay. So let's see. What is this procedure? So I need to turn this. This will be on. This is supposed to automatically handle it, but it keeps feeding the boiler even when I don't want it to. So I have to move it every time. Let's run that, and it should auto ignite it. And yep, so that'll take a while, and that'll get up to heat. We got plenty of water coming in, and then I'll go ahead and run it off these batteries here. So this heater block is kind of the nexus of this side. This is where the power comes, because both of these processes need heat. So we'll turn this on. My crusher, I'll turn it on. If my crusher is off, it means this charcoal thing is probably on, which I don't want. Yeah, but I do like charcoal. So let's go ahead and actually, how are we doing on this charcoal? Yeah, we got enough. So I'll throw it in here, and this will start it's probably making iron right as we speak. No power. Oh, I forgot to turn this on. My bloomery. All right, so it takes a while to run through. Now you hear it. That boiler came online here. So this generates a decent amount of electricity, but not enough. We're using about, and well, the network using is actually not super accurate. That means even if a machine's on, it's using it, but if it's not actually running a process, it's not gonna use the energy. It's just theoretically what you could be using. That is using all this stuff right here, though. That is using buku energy. But and that flux on this one is already cleaned out, as you can see. Even now, I can't run this at full tilt. Now, if I wanted to slow it down a little more, I'd turn on my old solar generator, or my old steam generator too. But that's 8 out versus 64, so that's just triage. This, of course, it's night, so this is not doing shit right now. But let's see how we got some iron yet, and it puts out these beautiful white hot iron ingots that you can take straight to a hammer and work it, run it into steel or iron plate. I'm making steel plate though, and so I'm gonna have to run it through again. But the iron making process uses charcoal and these nuggets, and the steel you just run it through. That's just straight up energy, so it's not as bad. Not that charcoal's too hard to come by, because you can just put logs in here and run it through the log splitter. Get firewood. You can actually turn sticks into charcoal. It takes half a stack of sticks for one little piece of charcoal, but you can do it in this. And I'll put out here, like I say. This is this puts out extra nuggets, and it's kind of buggy right now. So he's working on this, from what I understand. But you can take from here and go into metal plate, and then you can either run it into sheets, which it's in the base game, but it's not useful for anything in the base game except for decoration. I think you can't even actually make them. But here you can. You run through, and this is twice as efficient as using a hammer. And these make rods, which is used for pulling wire and stuff and making screws. And this is my screw machine right here. This makes screws. So, and this it makes rubber, it makes industrial glass. And this makes ingots right here. This is really handy too. All right, we should be close to... No, we're still going. How much energy we got? We're holding out. We're holding out. Yeah, I guess that first part of it before this came online was used quite a bit. Only thing is, so most of these, unless they're running a process, they don't cost any energy. These heaters do. So that's why I kind of like to leave the heaters as the main power block for each set of units that uses them. Because that way you can just turn the heater on, and this is already on. It'll get power from the heater. But that way you don't forget to turn these off. And even then, I still do sometimes. But, all right, let's see what we got. Should be about run. Yep, we're clean on that iron. So let's turn this off. Well, let's leave it on. We'll turn it off. Turn it back on, actually. I want to turn the heater off. Keep messing with your friends next thing, you know, based on... Yeah. Yeah, well, there is no Mars base or whatever, but, you know, it would be, you know, extra... You know... Vintage story on Mars would be kind of cool. I mean, a lot of this game wouldn't make sense. Almost none of it would, actually, as far as the farming. But, like, I could imagine some hardcore crazy mod where it would allow you to, like, reenact the Martian or whatever. Most of the time I just leave these on here because I've got a huge amount of sap. But, yeah, I mean, that would actually be kind of a cool thing. You could probably repurpose a lot of the desert stuff and reenact the Martian. See, how are our batteries doing? See, these come up pretty quick too. So let's take our, it's still hot. It doesn't have to be hot, I don't think. But we'll just run this through. I'll run all this hot stuff through and make some blister steel out of it. And this requires a lot of energy as well. But like I said, I mined so much iron, spent so much time building these intermediate machines and hammering this out and doing that. And just getting the thing started with any steel at all, I had to run the cementation furnace like 4 times. Minecraft has a bunch of space and spaceship mods. Vintage story modders just need a kit. Yeah. I mean, a lot of the systems would not work as well because you obviously are not going to find wild crops out there. But yeah, if you had like a base or something like that, yeah, absolutely. You could just grow little things and process your own waste into water or whatever. Fight off Martians instead of drifters. Have stationeers. I don't think so. Maybe. But, I mean, it's like 50%. I've heard a lot of games with station in it. But stationeers, I'll have to check that out. Is it kind of similar to the Space Cowboy Ranching? Yeah, absolutely. I'd like to have me some space beef. Alright, so let's fight. See, this blister steel is really slow because, like I said, it requires a lot of energy. But compared to the other process, forget about it. We'll see what else. So for this mining drill, I guess I can go ahead and think about making this. We're gonna have to run some of this into a drill head, and we're gonna say I'm gonna take 4 with me, and this metal plate. So that's gonna be just a plain old plate right there. And this this channel requires sheet, which we run through our sheet machine. This is sheet also. You have to hit it with a pipe wrench. Finally, Vintage Story has a pipe wrench. I need to eat something actually. Let's go pop home here. Let's see. You have there's a learning cliff. Finally, I can be a plumber. Yeah. It's actually the QP Tech pipe system. I like it a lot better than the Vintage Story chute system. So there are chutes in Vintage Story for piping stuff out of cairns and other things in chests. It works kind of like Hopper in Minecraft, but it's a little more limited. Oh, also, I keep saying I'm going to run some liquor. Let's run some damn liquor. All right, so you can do 30 liters at a time in here. Also, I probably do need to take this out, though. So, 3 liters. Let's get 3 bottles. Oh, wait, I don't want water. Why would I want water for? What's water for? Right, there we go. And 3 liters. All right, beautiful. And I think you can run the drill straight off of that, but before I eat, I need to get this going though. So it takes about 8 for 8 hours. So and that'll probably 4 for 8 hours. That's even better. All right, that'll probably, let's see, what do we got? Is there anything in this bucket? There's 4 liters of water in here. That makes sense. Takes place in space and you build a space station. Ah. Well, that sounds cool. I've seen other space, I mean, there's a lot of space station games, but I think I have Space Engineers. I bought that. I kind of want to play that sometime. I think it's called that, or Space Engineer. Got it on sale some time ago. I need to eat. I'm so starving. I'm hungry. Tummy hurt. All right, let's see. 5 or 6. Let's risk it. Okay, so I got the wrong one, but still, whatever. I guess same. And see, that is a hearty ass meal right there. It only takes place on a planet. Ah, okay. I played No Man's Sky for a while. That was kind of fun. I didn't touch it until they had totally like redone it though. My character in the game coughed at the same time as real life. That's immersion. Yeah, that's like, I'm in the game. Now this game would be kind of cool in VR, I feel like. Being chased down by a double-headed drifter in the depths of some cave down here. You want to think, but this is that hopper system. You can normally only build them out of copper in base game, but I made this one out of lead with a mod because lead was more plentiful at the time, and it makes sense that you could make one out of lead. I think. All right, so let's grab some of this steel. Did this guy leave yet? No, he's still here. Yeah, I surely did. Okay. I was trying to... Did I fill that still up? I guess I did. So we'll run about that. And that'll give us 5 liters of cranberry brandy. Which, like I said, I'm pretty sure we can just straight run it. Also, I left this to die for whatever reason. So let's turn this off. We'll come back. How much coal we got? It burns a bit of coal, but not so bad. You gotta go? Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by, Sam. Have a good one. Here's my solar panels. So they're helping right now. As you can see, they're kind of... Well, the sun is more or less right there as it comes over the horizon. All right, so we got some flux going. Now, turning blister steel into just regular old steel is not too energy intensive. Let's see, this is iron ingots. Why are these hot? Did it kick them out of the machine or something? Whatever. We'll run more because there's always a need for steel. Can always use more steel. Of course, I don't want to be out of iron either. Actually, that's probably enough iron. And I got some more up there. I am pretty much out of iron ore, I think. Let's see, what is my... Yeah, we're out of iron ore, so I'd have to go get some more. So actually, I probably ought to play it a little conservative. I really shouldn't be storing iron ingot. I'll put this up in my other box. All right, so anyway, blister steel. I'll let this rest of this run into steel here, and then I'll run it back. See how we're doing. We got pretty good coal. All right. Well, I can't run the plate until I get steel. But switching the process would take longer than it's worth. So I guess I can go ahead and stop by the garden and unload some of this. I'll put my red currant wine up in the cellar there. Actually, I'll leave it out because it's just going to be fuel for the machines anyway, or the mining drill. So I'll just leave it, just some casual wine on the floor here. Or not, well, this is brandy, not wine. So it needs to be distilled at the very least. All right, how are we doing here? We're out of fuel. What? Did I forget to light this up? Or did it just go out? Fuel for the miners, yep. I run on it, the machines run on it. I could have sworn I lit this up. And I can't, wait, something might have bugged here. I think it did. So we are burning through some water here. Actually, I need to fill this up. If you can run it without water, but it'll give you half yield, which, considering what a pain in the ass it is to make alcohol, you don't want to do that. I made that mistake once. All right, flax. Look at all this flax twine. It's crazy. It's crazy. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and turn into some fabric here. And by some of it, I mean a lot of it. Right there. Cool. It takes a lot, but you get a lot if you have an enormous flax farm, such as I do. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, we'll set that there for later. Sometimes you just need that straight up. All right, let's put these peanuts up. It's crazy that they last for 3.4 years just straight up in your inventory. When you put on one of these, it's really going to last a while. All right, 28, 21. So, yeah. I kind of want to make some peanuts. Oh, this candy's about to start spoiling. That'd be too bad. And we got some more dried fruit. I never did put this bone meal up. All right, how's this doing? So it's not running the process. And yet the fuel is going, something fucked up. Well, it says it's empty. Oh, wait, I didn't fill it up. That's why. I'm dumb. All right, there we go. Everything makes sense again. All right, so 5 hours. Let's put a little more firewood in there. All right, cool. All right, put the bone meal up. Take this blister steel. The rest of it should be good by now. Bone meal. You can use this to make terra preta. I've got extra saltpeter in my inventory. I'm just overwhelmed with stuff. And this is after I've used a mod to expand my inventory like to an insane amount. This is, wait, you get about 3 of these for base vintage. But it's just not going to work with all these mods. All this random crap. I gotta say my character's knees must be terrible at this point. Alright. How are we doing on temporal? No, we're out of temporal flux. And a surprise to nobody. Alright, let's 2 stacks of 16 works. That actually sounds right. So let's go ahead and run our blister steel. First, I'll turn this off. Let our energy build back up. That should run through pretty quick, and then I'll get onto the plate, which doesn't use much at all. And it does require hot ingots, but since we're going to run them through here, if you take them straight over, they'll still be hot. Make sure my sheet machine is off. Yeah, that would not be good. We're gonna do ingots and then run a little bit of plate. See, is there anything I could be working on in the meantime, though? The crucible should be done so I can have some more rubber. We got plenty of this. So what do we need? Oh, we got a few steel sheets here. So we need a stator and a rotor. So this is gonna be a steel ring part. Gotcha. So we're gonna need at least one of these. And this will be 2 steel rods, which we can run in our rod machine. Okay. Did I grab that? And this iron, I still got this iron that's still hot. Gotta strike while the iron's hot after all, right? So let's see, go ahead and run that right here. Get to these. Let's see. And I'll just put the spare in here. I need the screwdriver again and this little piece of braided wire. All right, that's our stator. For the rotor, like I said, we gotta wait on those ingots to come through. And actually, I'll go ahead and put these in here. This iron. Have a little spare iron. Why not? All right, let's turn our heater on and run it through. Actually, I'll go ahead and turn this this ingot into some steel. For that, we just put that in here. Turn it on. There we go. We got some little steel bits and 5 metal rods of steel. All right. It's going to be there. Screwdriver and some of this copper wire. Let's leave that in there. In the meantime. All right, sweet. Yeah, it did take 2. That's right. I was like, what? But it takes 2. All right, what else we need? So I can go ahead and see, motor. It's gonna be 4 screws, 2 cable. I got and another steel sheet. So I got all that good stuff right here. So steel sheet, steel screws, 2 cable, stator and rotor, and 1 cheeky little screwdriver. There's an electric motor. All right, so what do we need for our drill? All right, we need fluid pipe steel, which is going to be more steel sheets, metal channel, which we can use our saw for. Actually, I already have. No, that's rubber gasket. Never mind. So, and a machine plate. So we're pretty close, and it doesn't require any weird exotic stuff, which is nice. Okay, how we doing on? Charcoal's okay, I guess. All right, well, we got a. This will be good here. So I'll leave most of that in there just as ingots, but I'll run all this as plate. All right, right in you go. Turn this off before I forget. All right, so that goes in right there. All right, this is on. It's on. So he didn't have the animations on, but he did make a version for 1.19 that does have them. But that's giving me some nice white hot steel plate. I need to take this up to the anvil and drill out some holes on 2 of them. So 2 we'll take up there. The rest I can probably turn into sheet without worrying about it, because most of this use sheet. Oh wait, I don't. Whoa. Actually, this one only takes ingots, which is kind of weird. I have another. The older version takes sheets, but it doesn't do steel. It only does softer metals like copper and brass and bronze. So, I should say. But this one low steel, no problem. And you get 2 steel sheet per steel plate, which normally you'd only get 1, but this machine makes it more efficient. Which is why this is, if you were doing this, I would probably rush this thing first. It's probably the most useful. All right, so let's take that white hot steel sheets, and the reason they're not burning my hands is I've got these blacksmith gloves here. Normally, you'd have to have a set of tongs in your offhand. So that's another cool little mod. I'm probably gonna go ahead and shut off our machinery right here so I don't burn all my charcoal. All right, cool. And there's still some in here. Yeah, so that'll charge up my battery array, and what it doesn't get, these solar panels will. See how they're kind of tracking? There's the sun right there. All right, so Go ahead and get these drilled out. Do I have my hammer on me? Probably not. It's on the wall. And really, that's where it should be most of the time. And I'll make some rubber. Oh, we got a heavy temporal storm approaching. Uh-oh. Well, it's not here yet. All right, so let's see. We're going to make a drilled metal plate out of that. Let's see. Grab our hammer. And you can build a machine to take these little corners out, but it's not much to it, so. All right, and then one more. Two, a three, a four. And there it is. All right, so I had to get some screws to make the rest of that. I did say I was going to make some rubber. That should be done firing, and it is. So let's go ahead and make 2 of these. These will take each... to like... And the sad thing is I do have my liquid rubber machine, but I don't have the wire puller. Or the cable maker. Cable extruder, that's what it's called. And that's well, the fluid tank's not hard to come by, but the wire mill kind of is. Oh, and you have to make 2 wire mills because one of them's going to be in the cable. It's like, and actually, I could just make this instead of this mining drill, but I want this mining drill, damn it. So, it's going to be 5 each. So we got plenty of resin, as you can see. So half a liter, so 1 liter of resin, and then 10 sulfur. I'm getting short on sulfur a little bit, not too bad, but I probably will need to make another crack at it. But luckily, I got a good sulfur mine in the halide area, actually. Down here, this is my sulfur right in here, right here. This has got a lot of good stuff in it. All right, so 6 crucibles here. That right there, and a liter. And we get 2 of these, and it destroys the crucibles, unfortunately, but clay is not that hard to come by, let's be honest. We're going to have to do any more. I will need a hammer, probably, if I'm going to make the fluid pipe. So, yeah, good thing I got that. Okie dokie. Screws are over here, so. Alright, set that. Oh, let's make our cable first. So that's going to be copper wire. So we need to make braided wire first. I don't want to do all of it. So, actually, I might have to. Well, I got plenty of rods of copper here. So let's go ahead and make another big batch of braided wire. See, blah blah blah. It's good if you can get it in a multiple of 3. Wait, no, 24 was. No, it wasn't. What the hell am I talking about? See, 25. Well, it is. Okay, so right here, and then I can make some braided out of that. And then screwdriver I'll need. I'll put this up. Every miner's dream is to have a drill that will pierce the miner heavens. Regular hell. Yeah, it's like, no, we're into that. All right, let's go ahead and make this machine plate too while I'm thinking of it. And that's just going to be screws and a screwdriver and a plate. And see, you have to make so many of these out of bronze and iron. It's insane. It's such a pain in the butt. So that's why having this automated for the most part is really, really a blessing. All right, so I think the screw went there. All right. Oh, and I forgot to run on the forge there, but I should have some hot ingots that I can. I didn't take all of them, I don't think. Anyway, hopefully I can do it before the storm gets here. I'm gonna die a few times fighting those guys. I feel like. Well, then again, full steel chain, I might have a chance. So let's see. We're gonna need a steel sheet. Basically everything. Wait, actually, no. I already made this. This is what I want. I don't have this, but metal channel. So I'm gonna 2 fluid pipe and 4 screws. So let's go ahead and throw this in the inventory. I'll make it upstairs or back at the house. It's gonna be another steel sheet right here for me. And then fluid pipe, what is that? That's hammer and a wrench, I feel like. Yeah. So did I need 2 or 4? I need 2, so we're good. I'll go ahead and leave the other one here. Alright, so 2. And our other steel sheet is just fine right there. Metal channel is going to require another steel sheet, so we don't have it. Ah, we do. It's just molten hot right now. So that's what our saw is for. All right, metal channel. And I only need 3, I think. So right here. And I need to make that drill head. And that ought to be it. So I'm carrying extra screws around. That's not good. Okay. See if we got any of this hot steel. That's, no, you can still work that. Let's go ahead and take, let's take all of it. And I should be keeping it up there, but then again, does it make more sense to keep it down here? It's hard to say. And I need to build a building for that too. I got really lazy and I didn't make a building because I just wanted to get it going, but I need to make a proper factory looking building. Because right now the way I'm doing it is kind of scattershot and inefficient. Let's go ahead and set one of our steely boys down here. Oh, we're gonna have a thunderstorm and a temporal storm, it looks like. Alright, let's go ahead and put our drill head there. Get our hammer out. Alright, we begin the forging process. That was mistaken right there. Actually, it's not going to require that much. I thought it would require way more. But apparently not. It might require 2 ingots. It's hard to say. And this one will come down and over. It'll come over too. Alright, nice. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, this is going to take another ingot, I feel like. I mean, it's pretty obvious, right? So let's set it down. Right there. And we'll have to just chip off a bunch of it. Alright, so. Alright, come down off the side. Beautiful. Alright. So exciting to use this. Because looking at the video, it does some pretty cool stuff. But we're not going to get to play with it quite yet. Because we have to deal with these drifters. Which, I'd like, if I could get a temporal gear out of some of them, that'd be real nice. I thought about installing the firearm mod, finally. So I could have a gigantic musket to blow them to pieces, but... I wasn't sure about how the compatibility worked for the newer version, so I did install an ore blasting a bomb, so a barrel bomb, whatever, so we can make some nice explosives. But anyway, okay. And not that it actually does anything for QP Tech stuff, but just out of meanness, let's go ahead and quench it in some water. Okay. Oh, that lightning sounds bad to the bone. All right, let's see. Wait, no, the metal channel goes on the bottom. These are split up between these two. Screwdriver. Oh, metal pipe and a plate. Be cool as hell. Get some cannons and blow a hole through a drift. Yeah. Absolutely. I think the biggest one, which is their musket, does 63 damage, which is one less than it takes to kill a bear. So you have to finish the bear off yourself. But most of the, well, I don't know. We'll see how much it's a heavy storm, so we will see a double-headed drifter or two. Hopefully. Almost certainly, though. Oh yeah, I needed one more thing. A plate. Just like real life. Yeah. Gonna get our revenant on here. Alright, so here we go. We got our mining drill. And you can drill these different patterns. Now, I don't have any fuel in this one. So I need to set up a bucket and put some liquor in it. Alright. I'm not sure how much it holds, but we'll start with 3 liters and see how that goes. We'll start with 2 liters. Okay, so 1 liter at a time. Oh, look, that makes smoke. Look at this. Oh, it doesn't have a third person view. Well, it kind of does, but it's kind of cheesy. I wish you fixed that. I watched this bear documentary where he ate at least 10 people and they shot it 20 times. Damn, what were they shooting it with? All right, I got about 3 minutes before this shit starts to go down for real. So, and by the way, this is like totally beyond vanilla vintage story. Some people would say this is a little much, but if you only knew how long it took me to get all these materials. Toggle hat, sure, you got it, Angela. It was some near World War I rifle. Okay, well that should do it. And in Japan, I don't. What were they using in World War I era? Huh? Yeah, look at that. That is some. Oh yeah, that'd make any miner just. Bad shots, probably. I mean, that is sexy right there. I don't care who you are. But for balance reasons, you know, you wouldn't want this early game. But I've got the resource game down pat. So, but still, that is, yeah. Look at that. Now, if you were actually building like a castle or some mega structure, you would want this. You'd want all the metal working capabilities. You'd want an industrial kiln for the clay. I got about 2 minutes before I get drifted here. So. Alright, so I think if you alternate these. It might do the thing. I don't know. This is if you want to quarry rock, I reckon. Oh wait, what's back here? I don't remember this. Keep that thing on me because it's about to go down. I guess I must have been down here before because these look like samples that I've taken. Yeah, I've definitely been here before. Okay, cool. This is my cellar, the corner of that. Alright, how do I get out of here, though? I got a minute and a half to figure it out. I wonder why it leaves this marking on it, though. That's unfortunate. Maybe he fixed that later. But anyway. You have no idea how much happy this makes me. It takes so long to mine this out. You can't believe it. But, well, not that long, actually. It'd take a while, but it wouldn't be that bad. But I'm hell lost right now. Well, I know where I am. It's just, I haven't come up this way in years in game. I've had this blocked off from my leather working area. But I left the ladders down here just in case. And it's one of those times. Alright, so get through. Thankfully nothing big popped down. Alright, so let's cobble this back up. And it's probably time to run some more liquor. We got another minute. All right, we got 4 liters of cranberries. We got our last 10 liters here. In this barrel anyway. So where's my bucket? I left it over there for my drilling thing. So actually, you run through drill heads pretty fast. I've already depleted about 16% of that drill head, so that's interesting. And there's still a liter of brandy in here. Well, not for long. There we go. Run that through. And that we'll just put 2, because that's all it'll take. We got 44 seconds. Let's go, baby. I put the other one. Why not? Take this barrel back. I have a lightning rod on that, so we should be fine. I'd kind of be worried otherwise. Gurren Lagann core. I have not seen Gurren Lagann, unfortunately. That's another one I need to get to. I've heard a lot of good things. Alright, that'll run later. These are dried. Cool. So all this I need to take care of. Fish sauce. Oh, you can make fish sauce out of fish, by the way. You just put them in a bucket. Or press them out. Oh, and I burnt my pies. But that's okay. They last longer when they're burnt. They just don't give you as much nutrition. Let's have a slice of pie before hell rains down upon Earth. Alright, cool. Oh, nice. They live underground at the start. Yeah, that's Milo core. Alright. Here it goes. It is kind of weird how the water floats around like that when it's a temporal storm, but kind of adds the trippiness. Alright, trader. Good luck, man. And oh, there's a corrupt. Okay, he's not too bad. I do wish there was a stronger weapon, because even though this is a steel sword, it's still a little slow to kill these. But I mean, you can't say, oh, I should just be able to one-hit them, but at the same time, at least some of the weaker ones, it'd be nice. Oh, you know what? This is cool. You know what's cooler than that? Being drunk in a temporal storm. So let's drink a liter of alcohol, some liquor. There we go. Oh God. Alright, there we go. Now if it weren't a temporal storm, my visuals would be really messed up, but I guess it kind of cancels itself out. Somewhere around the forge when the drugs bandit. Oh no, got into the ether. The adrenochrome is too. Oh, that's a double-headed one right there. Now that guy can probably just kill me if he wants. I forgot to get my okay, whoa, oh yeah, that's part of being drunk right there. You just kind of time travel. Alright, heavy storm for sure. They're really after me here. I did want to get that heavy boy. All right, here you go, here you go. Now this guy, he hits hard, but he'll drop a temporal gear most likely. Let's heal up before I almost die. Oh my God, this is terrible. Started to hear someone screaming. What the hell are these goddamn drifters? All right, where'd old Doublehead go? Did he just disappear? Turned into a lizard. Alright, well I used all my poultices, so maybe it's better that he's not here. Let's see. Corrupt, corrupt. Where's the double-headed guy? I guess, oh, that's a nightmare. That's okay, I guess, but really the double-headed ones are the ones you want. The most dangerous, the baddest, the biggest, and they only show up during heavy temporal storms. They don't even spawn in a cave, unless it's in a temporal storm in a cave. And I probably ought to be harvesting some of these, but I'm just getting overrun. Let's get another stack of this poultice right here. Alright, right here. Nice. Is there anybody in my cellar? No. Sometimes they'll end up there. Technically, they can spawn anywhere in a temporal storm. Oh, here's a bad boy right here. Damage tier 4. Now, I do have steel chain, which is not as good as steel plate, but it's one of the best armors you can have in the game. Maybe the third best. Alright. Heal up. Alright, why am I... Okay, that hurts. Alright, I'm just gonna try to kill this guy. Alright, he's dead. Alright. Once I kill this, I'm gonna harvest. Well, luckily not too many nightmares. Nightmare drifters are pretty bad. Alright. I would be dead 1,000 times if I didn't have armor, by the way. Like, this is one of the worst temporal storms I've ever experienced here. They're really spawning for whatever reason. And I've got about max gear, and it's still getting a little spicy. Alright, let's heal up before I die. Alright, but 2 temporal gears, that's a good haul. Alright, where do we go? Come on, die. I kind of want to check that teleporter in the north. Because I won't get another temporal storm for a month or two once this one happens. So I might as well do some exploring. Since I know I won't be called out in one. That is kind of the worst. Being caught far from spawn in a temporal storm. Because if you die, it's going to take you a while to get back. And that's not to mention losing your stuff. Alright, we'll take that flax. Don't really love... Look at all these bodies. This would be a cool experience with a musket, like man versus cryptid. Yeah, man having delusional trips, seeing extra-dimensional creatures waves around a rifle. They're coming right for me. The walls are breathing. Ah. Oh shit, wow. Okay, one of those must have been a nightmare drifter because I'm hurting a little bit more. Also, I'm running through my healing supplies. They told me not to eat the mushrooms. I didn't listen. Should have listened, man. I should have listened. Oh god. Wow, look at all these guys. Okay. Okay, I gotta get it out of here. This is nuts. This is freaking crazy. Thank God I have steel armor. Which, speaking of, how's my armor looking? Actually, it's doing pretty great. No surprise there, I guess, but... Problem is, I think a lot of these are going to phase back out of existence when the storm's over. So I won't even get to harvest them. Of course, 90% of them won't have anything. Maybe a little black swine on them. Maybe feed the trader. I don't know. I think he's just fine. Hold up. All right, what do you got? Hey, that is kind of. I wonder how the internal function of this works. Because for some reason, there's most of these are corrupt drifters, which is kind of unusual based upon what I've noticed in temporal storms. It's a pretty good grab bag between corrupt and surface and deep, but now it's mostly corrupt with a like one nightmare I think I saw, and a double-headed. I wonder if it has to do with the rift activity or what. All right, storm's almost over. Goodness. All right, see how they're starting to disappear? All right, well, let's get to harvesting. Oh. See, if I didn't that, well, I'm repeating myself, but if I didn't have this armor, I would have been dead right there. Like that. If you learn one thing in playing Vintage Story that took me a while to, really internalize, is you do not want to be caught without armor unless you can not help it. Because even like shitty wood armor helps so much compared to nothing. And they're really dropping the flax today, aren't they? And it's nighttime, so he's not going to try to run away. But yeah, as you see, a lot of these bodies just disappeared. Hey there, boss. I dropped my sword. Oh, all right, made it through that one alive. That's interesting. Thought we would. Well, if there had been more nightmare drifters, I probably would have died. All right, let's harvest these before they disappear. Maybe we'll get lucky and one will have a temporal gear or something. You again. Okay. More of the flax, thank ya. Said really heavy on the flax tonight. I don't know why. I clean these up, and I guess, yeah, that's a pretty good one. So I'll mind a little bit of salt with this thing. Just I can't help myself. I did do a little bit of salt mining, and I guess I did say I needed some sulfur, and then we'll say that's good. Oh yeah, hey, at least we got a rusty gear out of it. So flax maxed, yep. I mean, look at it, and I don't know why it's only stacking to 8, but that's pretty good. If it were early game and I didn't have this mega farm over there, I would be very overjoyed to have that. But let's go ahead and put our temporal gears back up. And these other rusty ones. I like how they stack pretty high. This is part of my primitive survival mod. I don't know what it does. But it looks cool. Alright. Got this rice I'm just carrying around for some reason. Let's have a bit more pie. Take these bits of pie here. I wish I hadn't burnt the pie, but I'm kind of glad I did at the same time. Because it'll last way longer if I did. Well, then if I hadn't. See, that's going to last about a little over almost 5 months. Charred food lasts way longer. So, and if I wanted it to last even longer, I could probably put it in something. Like, can I refrigerate it and make it last longer? No, actually, it doesn't last as long. That's really weird. Meh, we'll just leave it back on the table here. All right, so what time in the morning is it? We'll take a little snooze and go get some more halite and sulfur. Did I really go through a stack of poultices? Yikes. Well, actually, you know what? I've got that candy going bad, so this is a good time to use it. Because candy does restore your health. And you can't really put it in anything, I don't think, so. We're just going to go ahead and eat it. We're just going to have a nice candy dinner here. And you get this by boiling the fruit in its own juice. Put it in my body. Yep. Alright, let's I haven't gone to the salt mine in a little while. So I mean, I'm sure it'll look exactly the same as when I left it, but still a thought. Do I have any? Yeah, I have this liquor. So if I needed to refill my drill, that drill head I'm going to have to replace. I'm going to have to make just a bunch of drill heads one day. Which I think you can make it with a parts manufacturer, but that's a little more advanced stuff. Like I say, I haven't got nearly all my QP tech and stuff. QP tech. I'm going to spend 30 seconds trying to say this. QP tech stuff unlocked. There we go. Holy moly. All right. I should sleep more. Speaking of, all right, leave those red currents. So my halite mine is actually this way. I was about to go to my copper mine. I missed it. It's at the bottom of the lake, isn't it? Oh, there it is. I just couldn't see it. Okay, so we just need to hang a little bit. Yep. Thinking what's with the yeah, it's ice. Yep. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing I'll have to dock the game points for. It's like, it's August. Why is there lake ice still? Because I haven't loaded these chunks in a while, I guess, but still, it should just take care of that as soon as the chunk's loaded. But curiously, I did read that the ice generation for the lakes and stuff, it's not based upon temperature outside. It's based upon the month and the season. Right. So it will form even if it's above 0 Celsius if the month is right. But this should eventually melt if I spent more time in it. It's just got to catch a random tick, I guess, but whatever. I'm not worried about it. Maybe they'll fix it later. All right, where did I... Huh? Oh, it's just like... Damn. This is not the way I usually get here. And these lobster mushrooms, you can eat these. You don't eat the fly agaric. Glass is transparent sand. Yes, it is. And these computer wafers are thinking sand, which is kind of crazy. Bees around here. Not the bees. Ah. I already have a pretty good bee population, so that's an emergency one, I guess. You can eat these. Well, no, pink bonnets are poisonous. You can't eat these. Well, you could eat them once. This oak tree is a very nice little oak tree, or big oak tree, I should say. All right, this is my sand. This is where I got the pears that I was talking about earlier. So this is just a wild pear tree, and these fruit are ripe. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab them. I'll use my sword. Computer's made of 90% sand. Ooh. This is my sand machine that I talk to. Hatsune Miku lives in there. Sometimes you can miss some of these internal branches. But yeah, make some pear jam, some pear pie, well, anything you want, really. They're your pears, man. You do with them as you like. I haven't had a good pear in a while. All right. I'm going to fix that this weekend. Oh, there's some, there's a little bit of copper around here too. I already marked it on my map. Okay, so I've seen that before. I just haven't gotten back down here to fix it up. Actually, you know what? Let's do it. We've got the power of mining on our side right here. So let's go ahead and fix this up right here. Guess I'll grab these cranberries because why not? So take our right there. Dirt's a pretty color. All right, here we are in our copper. Now let's see how this thing works. Let's do a single mode here. Oh, I don't want that flint. I don't need that. Whatever. It's like, this is so awesome. Of course, it takes a ton of steel and liquor to feed it, so. That'll be a nice little bit of copper there. It's probably a couple ingots worth, I'd imagine. Not much more in here, I don't think. So if I've got the dirt, I might as well stack up out of here. Do I got the dirt? My pick block isn't working. I don't know why. Where's my low quality dirt here? Low fertility soil. All right, nah. Oop. All right, cool. There was another pear tree around here, I think, but I'm not that interested in it. I've got a ton at the house I need to process actually from last year. I'm not sure what am I gonna do with those pears? Gonna have a pear pole. All right, this is so salt is actually kind of hard to find, especially in non-desert regions. Your old pears, they're aged, you see. I picked them right before winter too, but it is August, so I guess that's not really much of a consolation. Why am I don't need to even bother checking these drifter bodies. I mean, I will, because every now and then you'll find something cool on them, like a temporal gear. Not often, but enough to see. I hate it where it happens often enough to make you feel bad for not checking, but not often enough to really be worth it. So it's just in that really uncomfortable medium. But yeah, here's this sulfur that I was talking about that I wanted. So a cool thing about this is you can use it to mine out halite blocks, and in the base game you don't use it for much, but those salt storage things, the orange boxes that you see around the house, they use the halite blocks, about 4 apiece. And I don't really need more, but if I were going to, you could really make a good harvest. But this is more useful for if you're building a large structure and you want to use stone blocks or whatever. That would save you a ton of time. And that's really what this mining drill and QP Tech in general is about. Just saving a bunch of time for large scale projects. Because it takes a lot of investment to get the equipment, but once you got it, it pays dividends. Let me tell you. That'll probably be enough sulfur for now. I don't want to completely mine myself out. I do have more sulfur down in this general area though, so I'm not gonna run out of sulfur. But there's only a couple things you use it for: making rubber, some healing items, and bombs, and a gunpowder when I install the firearm mod. And I did say I was gonna get some salt down here too, so let's salt mine, shall we? But yeah, these generate not very often, so it took me a while to find this. But once you find one, especially if it's a pillar and not just a salt lake like in the desert, you'll probably be good on salt for your rest of your playthrough. Oh, here's some sylvite. This is that gets you some potash, and that can permanently increase the potassium bearing capacity of the soil. You have to grind it, of course, but yeah, that's a good find right there. Of course, since I'm moving to Terra Preta eventually, it won't matter, but still, for this and that, it's a good thing to find. But like I said, I think we got a pretty good haul here, and we'll run that through the macerator. This halite rock, I'll just leave it back here. Right there you go. All right, hopefully I left myself an exit here. I might have cleaned my exit off, you know. Oh, here it is. Maybe I should mark this. Anyway. Nope, this is not my exit. This is, well. What did I do with that? Oh, wait. Oh, god dang. I should just live in a house made of salt. That's what I should do. All right, this is okay. This is how I get back up from this. By the way, this in general, this area right here, one of the best holes I've ever been in because it had it all. It had cassiterite. It's got extra sulfur. It had halite. It had a ton of copper. There's even some good gold around here, and bismuth in one of the darker corners, or deeper, I should say. So, excellent mine, excellent little mine. But that does beg the question, where in the fuck am I? Oh, up there. Okay. All right. I was about to say. Here we go. Get my raft back out. Okay, we'll head back, and that'll be good. That lightning in the distance, that looks so cool. That looks so cool. All right. Okay, one thing before I go. I guess I might make a sailboat. No, that'll be next time. Okay, yeah, I've probably checked that out. It's got a prospect mark on it, so getting over this is a pain every time. Try to take a shortcut and it doesn't ever pan out. Age of the sail is now. Yeah. Well, I guess it wouldn't take too long to make it. Yeah, let's do it. Why not? I guess because it's really just sticks and flannel mostly and planks. Sails across a very small lake. Okay, it's over. Yeah, I really wish I had more of an ocean generation, but when I created the world, that wasn't really a thing too much. Now there's a river mod that that really does a cool thing with that. So if I ever made another world, I'd probably do that. Really sad about all these pear trees that didn't make it though. Glad to have the cherry trees, but still would like to have had the pear trees. Oh, and these are good for about 9 days, so I need to remember that before it's too late. Get some apples and ononos. Oh, I have this pie. Why am I not eating the pie? Cranberry pie doesn't really give you that much saturation, but it is dried ingredients, so it's free. Okay, dokie. So we need 4 sails. That's going to be probably 8 of these. Which, you know, if you didn't have a flax farm, that'd be, oh my god. All right, put that. Oh, actually, it didn't actually take that much. I don't know why I thought it did. Oh, wait. Actually, it might take 8 though. Okay, and I guess I'll just leave the rest of this here. My windmills are pretty much done, so I think they are. Yeah, they are. All right, so say it. And we're gonna make it out of maple wood because that's kind of what I make most stuff out of. Most of the trees around here are maple trees. Oh well, you know what? Um, I might make it out of kapok. It's kind of special. All right, so we're gonna need 20 planks and 8 nails and strips. Holy shit! All right, I need to get on that actually. So I got so much crap in my inventory, it's not even funny. All right, let's put some more of this halite in here. Bam, bam, bam. It's full already. That'll be good. Okay, so sulfur. I'm gonna swap this out actually. I just put this in the. I'll put this in the cairn. Right there you go. I'll deal with you later. So, kapok. Where did I put that? I don't know where I put that. I had some. Oh, there it is. I just looked right at it. So let's see. How much are we gonna do? We need 20, and each will give me a 12, I think. So 2 of these. 2, and the saw. Where'd I put my saw? That'll do it. That'll do it. So all I need now is to make more nuzzle strips, and I can only make 4 at a time. How many do I have? I have 0. I've used them all. Okay, so I have to make all 8 of them. So put our crucible here. We'll just make them out of copper. So that'll be 200. So that 40. Yep, 40 sounds good. And I gotta make sure I got enough rope. So light it up, light up. Okay, rope. How we doing on rope? We should have. We got enough rope. 4 will do it. Yep. Okay, I guess I can put this fence up. Don't know where it came from. Anything else here? I don't know. I just carry around so much random crap. Go ahead and put this up here. How we doing on this? That's gonna take the longest. So we're gonna have to have this right here, and we'll cool them off and run it faster. Joy of say okay. So this kapok right here. So we're gonna need 8. So we're gonna run that twice. We have all the sails, rope, all that good shit. So we're about ready to go. We just need to get those nails and strips. We'll see how much the man left me. 3 gears, not bad, not bad. I'll take 3. I mean, it's for a piece of hardest tech. I kind of robbed him, but they fall for it every time. So, put that up. Can this mining drill be set down? Oh, I don't want to do that. Yes, that's a cool little thing. Cool little thing. All right, that should start about now. I'll go feed my animals again. At least the sheep. Gotta have food for them first. Okay. 8. I should be able to fill all these up with 8. If the livestock cooperates. Or I could just top some of these off. I don't really care, as long as it gets eaten. Damn it. Okay, I guess that worked. Whatever, I'm not gonna cry over some grass that get lost. There we go. Alright, cool. That's half a stack of... So I guess that's a full stack of... 2 stacks of grass. Yeah, crazy. Okay, that should be about smelted. Beautiful. Alright, back in you go for now, so you don't get hot. And we're going to cool this down, which is something is in base game, believe it or not. I just didn't know about it. You just pour water on it to cool it down. I think about 300 Celsius is when this will harden. There you go. And get that one and I'll refill my water. There you go. It's killing me right now. All right. All right, now we pour up. And this will give us our last 4 nails and strips. Could make a nice sauna with this tech, absolutely. I mean, what is a basic one but like hot rocks and water? So why not have it be molten copper instead of just hot rocks? I think that's even more appealing. More dangerous maybe, but I was watching about copper mining the other day on YouTube. Kind of cool. You know, a little casual mining entertainment. It was the first metal that humans learned to work, so. More appealing to dwarves. Yeah. Yeah, they would like something like that. So you're telling me I can get metal steam? Let that can down. All right, here's our various smattering of nails and stuff. I'm missing one. Where'd it go? Where's my other nails? Oh, they're over here for some reason. Right here. All right, so 8 nails. Well, I guess it takes a lot of nails to make a sailboat. That makes sense. All right. And then, actually, I don't know why I said that was 20. I was not thinking. Whatever. And what do we got here? Oh, sails, obviously. There we, what? Huh? Oh, it was 20. I just spaced out. Okay. There we go. And there is our sailboat. Let's test her out on these worthy waters. First I'm gonna sleep here. See, 1 in the morning. Yeah. You know, a little casual starving in the sleep. All right, I guess I'll take some pie with me too. Might as well, right? A little hearty breakfast. All right, well, I could take it over there, but I think I want to wait till I'm in actual water before I really break it out. Before I christen the boat, and I have a bottle of brandy to christen it with too. I think it's usually champagne, but we're gonna have to do that. We're just gonna. We got to come up with a name too. What would the name be? Does a sailboat of that size usually get a name? Well, I don't know. I guess this one should. Pie on the open seas. What a dream. Yes. Just don't get seasick and spill it all over the deck. That's all. Got to pick a flavor of pie that tastes good on the way up too. And again, this lake ice. What's the deal? It's August. This is kind of crazy. But as you can see, some of it will melt. SSC Mole? Alright, you got it. Wait, is it? Oh, there we go. Huh? Oh, I gotta... There's... What is the controls for this? I can't remember. Oh, control. Literally control. Yar har fiddly dee. Sailing is the life for me. Yeah, there we go. Now, see, if you had a big ocean, and it does depend on the wind, and, you know, there's like a synergy with a different wind mod that can kind of help things, but... And there's more controls. There we go. See, like this, you can kind of get more into the wind or against. Okay. Would be faster. Kind of stalling out here. I guess you could have an oar too, but... Take a big old yawn right there. But, yeah, anyway, I guess that'll be good for today, so... Pop out of here. SSC Mo. I don't want to log out when I'm underwater. So we'll leave that... actually, if I could take it back to... Take it back to... Now, okay. That's a little bit weird. What do we got? Kind of this... the sail direction's kind of picky, too. Hanging out in the bilge, yeah. Had too much grog the night before. Actually, speaking of grog, let's have this liter of red currant brandy. Do a little BUI. Yeah, as you can see, the views are getting a little tipsy. Oh, now that's sped up right there. That's fast. Once the wind picked up, we were good to go. Yeah, there it is. Little SSC Mole. I guess I'll be good. So I'll take us back to the old Zlatsu here. Alright, thanks everybody for coming today. I just had to get back in those mines. That mining drill was real appealing to me, and I thought maybe it'd be kind of cool to see. So, and it was. It totally was. So, anyway, let's see who's on old Twitch.tv tonight. Yeah, I appreciate it, New AJ, Wiz. Thanks for hanging out, checking all this mining progress. All right, so Twitch.tv. So there we go. All right, let's check out let's go check out, wait, Huh? What? Oh, looks like Night Chase might be doing it 24 hours. Let's stop by the old gamer here. I haven't seen him in a bit. So Night Chase VR. All right. See y'all later. Thank you for coming, and hope you have a good one.